Well, good afternoon, everyone. I think it's now officially afternoon. I'd like to welcome you to our Rotary Club of London's annual changeover meeting. We do have a lot of people registered today. I don't know if you're aware, we have, I believe now we're a little over 90 people, which is absolutely fantastic. And like myself, if you've been involved in any of these Zoom meetings or Microsoft Office as we use in work here, there are quite a few glitches, people speaking where they're muted and they should be unmuted. So bear with us. We will get through it all. It should be quite a bit of fun. That is if we can keep David Elliott seated and he doesn't show off his shoes. But again, welcome Rotarians, guests, to the Rotary Club of London's Presidential District and Governor Changeover meeting. I'd like to give you a brief overview and agenda for today. We will begin the meeting with a special general meeting of our club foundation, of which all members of the London Rotary Club are members. Next, we will install the Rotary Club of London's newest officers and directors, including the new Rotary Club of London president. I would add my sister-in-law, I had to get that in there, followed by the district governor changeover. We will end the meeting with our usual Rotary announcements and a brief reading from Mr. John Eberhard, and I do emphasize brief, as a few of you will be chuckling with your unmuted mics. And I'd like to give a very, very special thanks to Don Bork, who I've seen what's going on behind the scenes technically. Don Bork, well done. I don't think everyone is seeing what you've done, but it should be acknowledged. So let me begin by introducing our special guests today. We have District Governor Tony Sheard, and what I would ask you to do is just do a little wave, because then I believe it populates you and everyone can see you. So District Governor Tony Sheard. We have Vice and past District Governor Diane Chandler. We have past District Governor and Vice District Governor-elect Don Moore. From our friends across the border, we have District Governor nominee Aaron Shanky, District Governor nominee Mike Chaffee, again from Michigan, and we have our Assistant Governor Kathleen Murphy. Now, as I said, we have close to 90 people, and it's our normal courtesy of introducing all of our guests, but unfortunately, we just don't have the time. So thank you for all the people joining us from other Rotary clubs around. We welcome you and hope you enjoy our changeover meeting. Now, moving on, our next section is the introduction of our new members of the Rotary Foundation Board. Now, I would like to call upon Warren Granger, who is the RCL Foundation Board Secretary, to chair this part of the meeting and explain further what he is doing and just a little more description. So, Mr. Granger, I will hand it over to you. There you are. Good day to you, sir.
Thanks, Sean, and good day to everybody. I think I have been allotted 2.5 minutes, and so I have no intention of going longer than that. From the nominations side, as you'll recall, it's normally been the last 5 members of the chairpeople of the club that join the foundation to enact the activity, and that is David Elliott, Harry Jewston, Steve Knox, Jim Swan, and Howard Shears would be the last 5 executive members that have added. In addition, I've been acting as the secretary, David Wells as the treasurer, plus Diane Twinstra and Jim Belton would be ex officio members that are invited to all of our meetings, I'm sorry. So I would first off call for if there's any other nominations from the floor. If there are, please identify.
I would ask you, if you are going to do anything, to unmute your mic. If you remember, I believe it's the bottom left of your screen.
Good. Hearing none, then I would just ask for a motion to accept the report. The nominee.
So moved.
Sorry, you might need to say who that was.
Jim Belton.
Okay, thanks, Jim. And a seconder?
Jack Scott.
Thanks, Jack. Rather than asking all in favor, is there anybody who withholds their opinion? Hearing none, then I will pass that. The first step that I did want to take, because I saw Marilyn Neufeld as being part of the this meeting, just wanted to say on behalf of the Club Foundation that Marilyn was a long-standing member, and in her mind might be too long, but she was a long-standing and very valuable member for the club, and really do appreciate her service as it is now coming to a close effective tomorrow. So Marilyn, thank you on behalf of the foundation. I only wanted to give a short summary of where we stand as the foundation. We continue to have our $628,000 in capital, in addition to another $140,000 of income fund, bringing that to $768,000. At the end of this year, like many other organizations, we've suffered a little bit of a decline in our investments, although fully expecting that with the assistance of our investment committee that will be returned to higher values. As a current year, we're currently sitting actually at about a $20,000 surplus, of which we've acted as a conduit for receiving funds from the East Coast Kitchen to be dispersed. Currently, we received 8 of the 12,000, but the remainder is being deposited. Other donations, either a memorial or straight donations to the club, plus some of the matching funds that we had accumulated to date. If you recall that we accumulated funds on behalf of the Salvation Army, and those funds were expended in the amount of $4,000 from the foundation. In addition, we matched funds for the RBC facility, just in terms of helping with theirs as part of our community assistance program that totaled, we doubled the number, so it brought it to $4,500 contribution to there, and we matched our $10,000 commitment as we made to the London Affordable Housing Project of going forward. So all in all, the foundation funding is moving ahead as expected, and with a good level of support and concept. So with that saying, that ends the meeting. I would ask that somebody make a motion to declare the meeting terminated.
Heather Broadhead.
Thanks, Heather. Sean, back to you.
Warren, thank you very much. Great work, and great work for everyone that is involved with the foundation. Absolutely, very wonderful cause and great work that you guys do. It's always interesting, Warren, when you're running these meetings, as you've probably with what you do run a number of these meetings. It's always hard to get feedback, facial feedback from people, to know how you're doing, or how the media, or how the content is working out, and just getting a recognition, and you do not get any of that. So that is the challenge. We were joking at our little breakout before that, 15 years ago, it wouldn't be possible to have these types of meetings, and the technology that we've been experiencing is absolutely wonderful, and you do need to embrace it, and it'll be interesting to see where it goes down the road. It's only going to get better. So having said that, our next section is the installation of our club officers and directors of the Rotary Club of London. A very important part of our meeting, where we're going to see my sister-in-law is inducted as the president of our club. And I would like to call upon our assistant governor, Kathleen Murphy, to install the new club officers and directors. Kathleen?
We seem to have lost Kathleen.
Ah.
This is not one of the eventualities we planned for.
Now, is everybody hearing you, Don, speaking in behind?
Yeah, everybody should hear me, yes.
Everyone should hear you, okay. So are we reconnecting, or?
I'm just trying to connect to her.
Yeah, are you? Okay.
Is Harry on?
Harry Justin, are you there, Harry?
We've lost both of them. So I'm thinking they have an internet problem at home.
Yes.
So we go with Plan B and have Don Moore come forward?
So how about we suggest, is Don Moore there? We can, and if Kathleen is able to log back in, perhaps we can have them come in as well. But Don Moore, are you there? Are you?
Yes, I'm here.
Acceptable for you, Don, to step in on Kathleen's behalf?
Okay, thank you very much, Sean.
Yeah.
I would at this time ask President Howard Sheard to make his farewell comments, like his year at a glance. And I'd like to give you 10 minutes, Howard.
Thanks, Don. Remember, I'm in the same club as John Eberhard, so 10 minutes might be a long time. Might not seem that sufficient. Anyway, thank you, Sean, fellow Rotarians, distinguished guests. Let me start by recognizing the retired board members, John Boyne, Heather Broadhead, and John Finan. Those who are staying on for another year, Stuart Eberhard, Jack Scott, and John Stewart, and the club executive, President-elect Diane Twinstra, Vice President John Ferreira, past President Jim Swan, Secretary Jim Belton, and Treasurer Keith Morrow. Thank you for all your support during the year. We had our share of challenges, and I could not have performed my role without your support and counsel over the past 12 months. And yes, despite what it may seem, it has only been 12 months. We did things differently. We started the year with a trio of past presidents and the president-elect presiding over the weekly meetings while I was perfecting my Cape Breton accent for any future roles in the annual East Coast Kitchen Party. But perhaps that prepared us for what was to come under the province's emergency measures when we transitioned from physical to virtual meetings. When I finally did show up for work in September, we set out 5 goals for the club. First, a net increase of 5 members. While we missed that target, we did induct a new member last week so that we have positive momentum as we move into a new Rotary year. Second, support for the foundation. Our club has donated over $11,000, which more than tripled our goal of $3,400. Third, explore new partnership opportunities for World Community Service. We contributed to Shelter Box to support the relief efforts in the aftermath of the hurricane that struck the Bahamas. Club members joined other clubs in packing containers of educational, medical, and humanitarian goods destined for overseas. Fourth, enhance our public image. Following the examples set by our outgoing and incoming district governors, we continue to expand our presence and promote the club on social media. And fifth, to continue and expand on our local community service projects. We accomplished a great deal in this area. We provided the second $25,000 installment of our 3-year, $75,000 commitment to London affordable housing. We sponsored, and some members participated in, the local Start to Finish programs. Our members once again distributed dictionaries to grade 3 students. In December, members took turns manning the Christmas kettles, and the club donated $1,500 to the Salvation Army. We pledged an initial $2,000 towards a $25,000 Area 4 Habitat for Humanity project, which will provide some hands-on opportunities for our members. And all of that was before things as we knew them changed. Our club understood the challenge ahead. We canceled 3 meetings in March, and several members donated what they would have paid for those lunches to local food banks. With the help of the district and Zoom-savvy members like Don Bork, we began to meet virtually in April. At the same time, we began a project to raise $5,000 to support the Salvation Army Center of Hope. The project qualified for a COVID-19 district grant, and we turned that $5,000 into $7,500. Next, our club foundation matched donations, as we heard from Warren, to members so that we were able to purchase 90 $50 gift certificates to RBC Place employees displaced by the pandemic. Our club foundation is also matching members' donations to specific local charities. we began weekly virtual coffee clubs so members could continue to socialize. Members of our club helped transition, organize, and deliver the East Coast Kitchen Party as a virtual fundraiser. Once again, we supported Rotary, and the club raised over $17,000 in support of local projects. We also applied for a 2020-2021 district grant in support of Start to Finish. It's been a very busy 3 months, and as a club, we should be proud of all that we've accomplished in this last quarter. We showed ourselves and the community the many ways a group of dedicated, passionate Rotarians can serve in times of need. In closing, let me say something about the type of club we are building, that President-elect Diane will continue to build, and her successor after that. We will be a club where the very fact of membership brings with it a sense of belonging, of being included, of having the opportunity to satisfy our curiosity about the Rotary world around us, with our capacity to serve limited only by our imaginations. A club where members can fulfill Rotary's most profound aspirations and achieve its finest dreams. A dynamic club that will continue to connect the world and demonstrate to Londoners how effectively Rotary responds. It has been my privilege to serve as the 104th president of the Rotary Club of London, and thank you for allowing me that opportunity. Back to you, Don or Kathleen.
Now, thanks, Howard. I'm just interjecting here. Is Kathleen, was she able to log back in? If I can just ask, otherwise we'll continue with Don Moore substituting, which is fantastic, Don. Don, over to you then.
Yes, over to Don Moore.
Okay. Thank you, Don. Thank you, Sean. Thank you very much, Howard, for your remarks. I would at this time like to induct or install our incoming president, Diane Proust-Twinstra. So at the end of this, Diane, if you will just say, yes, I will. I, Diane Proust-Twinstra, as president of the Rotary Club of London, will to the best of my ability administer the duties of the office of president in a businesslike manner and in accordance with the club's constitution and bylaws.
Yes, I will.
I'd like to mention that past President Howard will be presented with his past president's pin and plaque at a later date, and that President Diane will also receive her president's pin and gavel at a later date. At this time, I'd like to install the incoming officers and directors to the Rotary Club of London. These officers are Vice President John Ferreira, Treasurer Keith Morrow, Secretary Jim Belton, past President Howard Shears. Directors are Don Bork, David Brady, John Eberhardt, Stu Eberhardt, Nikki Olson, Jack Scott, John Stewart, and Adam Swan. And at the end of this, I would ask you to say, I will.
Jesus.
Oath for the officer and directors. Do you accept and understand the charges of the office to which you are elected, and will you work with diligence for the betterment of the club?
I will.
I will.
I hereby declare the new officers and directors installed and give President Howard this gavel as symbol of the transfer of the club's administration. At this time, I would ask President Diane to address the club.
Okay. I'm very excited to be your president for 2021, and I'm so proud to be a member of this great club. About a month ago, I received a gift from District Governor-elect David Elliott. The gift was a tripod for my cell phone. The first question I asked myself was, why a tripod? So have you ever tried to sit on a three-legged stool or use a tripod to get that perfect picture? Whether sitting or standing, you realize that to be successful, you need a good foundation and 3 legs of equal length and strength. Just like a tripod, in 2021, we will be focusing on 3 legs of Rotary. 1, engaging our members. 2, promoting Rotary and Rotaract through our service projects and fellowship activities. And 3, ending polio by supporting the Rotary International Foundation. I am hoping that this year we can truly engage all of our members. I am hoping that each of our members gets involved in either a club or a service project and really gets involved in doing that. Rotary is not just a club that you join. It's an invitation to endless opportunities. It opens opportunities to serve in a project as big as End Polio Now, or something as small as planting a tree. Remember, don't just talk about it, be about it. Promoting our club having fun while serving is so important. It also raises Rotary's profile. The best way for us to have fun is to be together, whether it's doing a service project, fellowship event, or just being at one of our regular meetings. When we attend our Rotary functions, we must let the community know what we are and what we do. Post it to social media. We must let our friends, colleagues, and family know what a wonderful organization we are involved in. Membership development and retention is an important goal of mine. We cannot do what Rotary expects us to do without more members. That is why I am challenging each of you to sponsor a new member this year. That is the easiest way for us to double our membership and double the service work. The world needs us. So our district has asked all of our clubs to have an End Polio fundraiser this October. So we'll work with our fundraising committee to brainstorm ideas for either a club or an area fundraiser, which will include all three legs of Rotary. We'll engage our members, we'll promote Rotary, and we'll try to put an end to this terrible disease. Our Rotary vision statement provides a clear path for us to follow this year. Together, we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. Due to COVID-19, our regular meetings have been virtual, but they have been working quite well. We've had speakers and guests attending from all over Canada. The situation has opened doors to a new way of doing things for Rotary, new opportunities to reach more people. Rotarians are generally very busy, so virtual meetings mean that travel time to and from meetings is reduced, so many are able to attend more meetings. Previous members who have moved away can reunite with us again. We are in the process of reviewing the way we structure our meetings in this new world. So possibly for the remainder of 2020, our regular Rotary meetings may continue to be virtual. But with that comes some new opportunities too. As Howard had alluded to earlier, coffee clubs. Excuse me, my phone's ringing. There's a glitch. Didn't plan on that. So as Howard alerted to, the coffee clubs hopefully will continue, and possibly we can add in some virtual happy hours as well. And with any luck in 2021, we can begin meeting in person again, and with some virtual meetings added in just for good measure. So in closing, I'd like to thank past President Howard for your service this year. You were faced with huge challenges and you did a fantastic job. I know I have huge shoes to fill, but I am up to the task and I look forward to continuing our very good work into the new year. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who helped out putting this meeting together. BGE David, Don Bork, Don Moore, AG Kathleen, Howard, Jim, Rashad, and Sean for stepping up as MC. I hope I didn't miss anyone, but thank you all very much. I look forward to the new year.
Thanks, Diane. Well said, great words. We really look forward to what we have ahead of us and what you're able to accomplish with the Rotary Club of London. And everyone should note this is Diane's second time as a club president. So kudos for the time involved. Well done, Diane. Well done indeed. And to our incoming board members, well done. And we're looking forward to a great year coming up and what's ahead of us. So I thank you all very much for your input and your involvement. So we'll continue on with our agenda. We've introduced our guests. We've acknowledged that there's 90 people on the call, now close to 100. We've made our toasts. We've had our Rotary Club of London Foundation board meeting, an update from Warren. We've had our installation of club officers, directors, and our new president, Diane. And I'd like to move forward to our next section for the district changeover session. And I would like to introduce Vice District Governor Diane Chandler, who will begin the district changeover session and give us a description of what's involved and what she will be doing. So Diane, the floor is yours. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks, Sean. Well, it's a privilege to be with everyone today. I'm going to start off by introducing the past governors that are on the call, and I will apologize in advance if I missed you. We have John Eberhardt joining us, Dennis Dinsmore, we have Tanya Wolf, Don Moore, Martin Ward, Jim Schlattman, and of course our current district governor, Tony Sheard, incoming governor, David Elliott, our governor nominee, Aaron Lamb, and Aaron Shanky, sorry, and our district governor nominee designate, Mike. So you'll hear from most of them in a little wee bit. So it's my honor to begin what is our first ever virtual district governor changeover. Yeah, I was wondering if RI President Mark Maloney had any idea when he arranged the theme for this year as being Rotary Connects the World, how appropriate the theme would be for the world in these unique times. Now, during the year, District Governor Tony and Sylvia, they started off the year like most district governors, touring around, visiting clubs, and learning about all the wonderful things that Rotarians in District 6330 do. Well, then the pandemic hit. And Tony's leadership really was demonstrated during this time. Tony demonstrated his ability to lead and change the district. He made sure that clubs had all the information that they needed to be effective and to keep connected during a pandemic. This allowed all of us here as Rotarians in District 6330 to run around and do our do-goodery here at home and all around the world. I know that Tony and Sylvia have had an amazing year together. And I guess Tony to say that he would be our first ever hybrid district governor is the truth. So I'm going to pass along, he also did something else. As a hybrid district governor, he prepared the way for David to open opportunities. I'm going to start off our session by passing the pin that I've now lost somewhere here. Anyways, I have a pin. I want to pass over the vice governor pin to our incoming vice governor, Don, who will be acting as the vice governor for David this year. So Don, here's your pin.
Diane, I want to offer my congratulations to you, and I want you to know that your dad was district governor the year that I joined Rotary, and I was so proud to be at his district conference in Grand Bend. Anyway, I would like to ask District Governor Tony Sheard to make a few comments on his year, and we've given you 10 minutes as well, Tony.
Well, the good thing for you is I'm not going to take 10 minutes. And thank you for that very kind introduction, Vice Governor Diane. And the first person I really like to thank is Diane, because one of the first appointments you make as district governor is somebody to take over if anything should happen to your good self. So I couldn't think of anybody better than Diane. So I'm very grateful for Diane stepping into the role, and I thank you for all you've done through here, the mentoring and advice you've given to me, and I'm pleased you didn't have to stand in for me too. Well, what a year. And as I said at the district conference, I'm the last of the road warrior governors and the first virtual governor. And as Diane quite rightly said, I'm the classic hybrid. So what a year. Zoom entered our everyday vocabulary, and we stayed connected throughout adversity. And you'll have seen my Rotary journey in the 2020 Vision pre-show at the district conference. And if you didn't, you can catch up on it now on the John and Tony Morning Show post-conference webpage on district6330.org. So if you haven't seen it, go and have a look. But what a conference. We estimate now that over 3,000 people attended, all are part of the conference. And as our conference chair, John Collins, said, this was either our largest attended district conference or the smallest, if you count the 6 of us in the morning show studio. I wish to thank all the club presidents in my year, the assistant governors and the district chairs, and my own club in Southampton for the support and the unwavering support you've given me. And I wish all the incoming district team and the presidents-elect well in the coming year, where we need to grasp the opportunities that this pandemic has thrust upon us. I'd like to thank a very important person in my life, and that is Sylvia. For her support, she's been my mentor, note taker, card carrier, driver on occasions, and accompanied me on my journey right from the get-go. And for you, I would like to present, and Sylvia can come close to me in this environment, I have a Paul Harris Fellow +2 that I would like to present to Sylvia. So just excuse me while I try and unhook this. I'll stick it in the... It's on the floor now.
Okay.
It's on the floor. There you go. A kiss through a mask. How about that? So as we transition, though, from Rotary Connects the World to Rotary Opens Opportunities, it is typical for the incoming governor to offer some advice. And what I'd like to do is play forward some advice that I was given, because I took a poll of the past district governors before I took role. And there are a couple of thoughts that stuck in my mind. And one was past district governor Al Hardy said to me, keep in front of the parade. Now you can make whatever you want of that, but it really means to be a good leader and be out, step out there in the front. And I know that David's going to do that. And the other one, and several of them said this to me, be yourself. Don't try to be anything different than what you are. So be yourself, David. And on these occasions, it's usual to pass the gavel or the baton on to the incoming governor. But in today's environment, I think the most appropriate thing to do will be to pass on the Zoom password. So there, it'll be on the tray with some other trinkets we have for him in a moment. So congratulations, David, on being our new district governor, and to you, Sue, for being our first lady. You'll certainly have a blast, and take care and enjoy. And we are going to do the oath in a specific way. I'm actually going to read it on behalf of David because it's easier, and then he will then, rather than repeat it, I will say, and then he will say, I will. Right. Or I hopefully he will, because I don't want to do another year. Well, in fact, I could like to do another year, but we'll not go there because Sylvia said I can't do it.
Diane will.
Diane will. Anyway, this is the oath for the district governor. So a little bit of seriousness now after the levity. I, David Elliott, do hereby pledge to faithfully perform the duties of District Governor of Rotary District 6330 in 2020-21, and to support the efforts of Rotarians to serve their communities and the world. I pledge to support the Constitution and bylaws of Rotary International and the Rotary Foundation, and to further the cause of world peace and understanding through service above self.
I do. I will.
I
will, I'll do.
And now I have, and I'm going to pass to First Lady Sue through the wall here, and she's going to go around and pin David with the new.
And Susan, you will give it to, you give Sylvia the other one on the tray. Susan now is going to present Sylvia with the past district governor pin for Tony. What are you doing over here?
Be over here now. This worked fine at
It's
rehearsal.
like musical
folks.
chairs here. I'll try not to drop this one. There we go. Just so you can see it. Oh,
Yeah.
there's the camera. There's the camera.
Yeah. It's a special limited edition set of doors.
There we go. There.
Thank you.
Done. Walk around the table. Oh, dear.
Thank you, folks. Well, now that Tony has vacated the room, I can take off this stylish 6330 mask that Lynn Coates made for me. It was truly a pleasure. But I do want to, we've got two more people that are part of this call today that I want to do an exchange of pins as well. And Aaron and Mike, Aaron Shanky and Mike Chaffee from Michigan, I understand are together. And so Aaron, if you can unmute yourself. Aaron and Mike.
I am unmuted.
Wonderful, good to hear you. I'm going to ask you to take this district governor-elect pin that I'm going to pass on to you and ask that you have Mike pin you, and then you can take your pin and give it to Mike. Here you go.
All right. There you go, Mike. I don't care.
Yeah, it's a tough day today.
Good old bloopers.
What's the outtake? Okay.
All right, I'm done. Mike's turn.
Mike's turn.
Mike gets to keep this one. All right.
Thank you.
Excellent. Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations, David.
So now it's my turn to say a few words, and it's going to be a few. I'm still in training. John Everhart is still wanting to help me, and I'm sure I'm going to be able to do that someday. First off, I just want to thank everybody. Thank all the district team. Tony talked about the team concept that we use here in the district, and it's alive and well. It's not about one person. We're not a one-person band. We all are part of making Rotary great in District 6330, and I want to thank Mike and Aaron and Tony for all their support, and Jim Schlappman for being a past district governor as well. Next. But I also want to congratulate and thank the class of 1920. We had a great group of assistant governors who were all trained and well ready to go and make things happen. And then they basically had 2 years in one, as well as all of the current presidents that are part of this call. I want to congratulate you. What you did was amazing. And because of the things that you did throughout the year, we're going to be better off, and we're going to be adjusting well for the future. For all the ones who are coming on, so all the presidents that are here and the AGs that are going to be part of it and all of the district leadership, again, I want to thank you for taking on the challenge. You had the option of opting out. You chose not to. Good for you. We're going to have a good time. And I really look forward to changing the way we do Rotary, but following the lead like Tony has already set. As Diane said, Rotary is more than a club to join. And I have been blessed, as most people have been, with endless opportunities. However, it starts with one club. And it starts when you join a club like the Rotary Club of London. And I'm pleased to have this group put my name forward as a nomination for the district governor position. And I am duly happy that they've agreed to take on the responsibility of being a host club and all of the duties that come with that. So look forward to working with you as we go throughout the next year. But as part of that, District 6330 Passport Club is also a host club, as they are hosting the partner of the district governor. So we have, for the first time, we have two clubs that are going to be host clubs of the district governor. I also want to thank all the past district governors. This team of individuals, even though it looks like a whole lot of guys, the girls were probably away and they couldn't attend that particular meeting, but we do have a great group of people that over the last few years have given me a lot of support, encouragement, and I know are going to do the same as we go throughout the year coming up. And Susan and I have met some great district governors that are coming in. This is a picture of our zone meeting as we finished in the International Assembly in San Diego this past spring, or past January. It seems like spring. But some great people we met and great people that we connect with, and you know, it's going to be quite a run. But we also were able to, in one of the events that we had down at the International Assembly, we were able to show our Canadian pride. And for anybody who has been at International Assembly, they know what this event's all about. And no, we couldn't drown out the Brazilians. They are still the loudest country out there. They love their, they love to party, they love to voice, and it was a wonderful experience. As well as we were able to connect with our new district governors from Michigan. So we now have completed with our new zone, all the district governors that have clubs that have a Canadian flavor to it are also now included. And we were very fortunate to meet everybody and get to know everybody quite well. And along the way, we met some new friends. We started off in Montreal, and it all started with a personality exercise with the partners, and they called themselves the flock. So anytime you want to know what a flock is, you need to talk to Susan. But it's a great group of people that we've connected with. We've been to Montreal, we've been to Niagara Falls, and now San Diego. And we Zoom each other. We talk at least once every 2 weeks. And on this call today, some of these great friends are part of it. So good to see you. Hi, Tony. Paul Harris said, if Rotary is to realize its proper destination, it has to be evolutionary at times and revolutionary on occasions. Guess what? This is a time to be revolutionary. And when I say revolutionary, I'm not talking about revolt and some of the nastiness that can come with a revolution, but what I'm talking about is now is the time to engineer the way that we are going to respond. And the club presidents and Tony have done a great job in the last 6 months to change the way we do, but I know a lot of people are talking about getting back to the way it was. I'm not sure it's ever going to get back to the way it was, and I'm not sure we should go in that direction. So I'm going to talk a lot about moving things forward in a way that we can revolutionize what Rotary means and what Rotary experience is going to be for others. When we talk about it, though, the one thing that comes with change is a lot of times we just have to look at things differently. I've heard a lot of times you can't do that because it's not the Rotary way. Apparently you can't do a district conference virtually because it's not the Rotary way. We found out we can do things differently. And as I said, we're going to continue to work with building action plans with every club president this next 6 months that helps to capture not only what's going on with the pandemic, but also how can we make this an opportunity to help to reach out to more people and engage our members even better. So really looking forward to that challenge. There won't be a district governor visit like you've been used to in the past. That wasn't necessarily part of the rules either, but you're going to see a fabulous video that's going to come out. And my message will be embedded in there along with about 10 or 12 of my other friends that are going to be joining me at the same time. We have a incredible opportunity right now with what's going on worldwide. And we have a lot of speakers and a lot of senior leaders in our organization that are available to help come into a Zoom meeting. So we're going to take Tony's idea of the COVID-19 update meetings, and we're going to change them into a district exchange for all club members. And on July 14th at noon, Rotary International President Holger Knack will be joining us to talk about what does Rotary Open Opportunities really mean, as well as incoming RI Director Valerie Wafer will be joining us as well to talk a little bit about what does zone really mean and how do they connect with the district, and more importantly, how does it connect with you as a club. So look forward to that. Please set that date and time aside. We will also be having in August 25th, Rotary International past president Barry Rassin is going to be joining us and talking about how the hurricane that hit his home country in that same week 3 years ago, how the foundation came forward and helped rebuild their country and continues to do that today. A friend gave me this card on the weekend. Believe the road to success is traveled by those who believe in themselves. And it really meant a lot. I thought it just really captures what the whole focus of what we need to do as human and for humanity and everything. We need to do this and believe that we can do this ourselves. A current district governor who will be a district governor in another 36 hours was able to get me and Susan a pair of these stylish shoes to help us end polio now. And I'm sporting them right now. I have my jacket on, I've got my tie on, I've got shorts on, and I've got my Rotary Opens Opportunity socks with my sporty shoes on, which you will be seeing if you go onto Facebook. It will be posted shortly after this presentation is over. And Sylvia's doing another picture just in case you don't see it. Anyways, I look forward to the upcoming year. And I look forward to opening opportunities like we've never seen before, and moving our district forward in the right direction. So thank you again for everybody who showed up today. And difficult times create opportunities. It is now our time. Thank you.
Well, it gives me great privilege to hand over to David. Normally we'd give this to the president of the club, but as it's virtual, we're going to give it to David so he can hand it over to your new president, and that's the home club banner.
Very stylish. Thank you.
And then there is one more very important thing, and that is the District Governor Survival Kit, which is passed from governor to governor. And it is traditional for the governor to select an item to go in it. So you will have no surprises that there are. I've actually decided to do two things, which is probably not allowed, but as you're the governor, as still the governor for 2 days, it's permissible. One is a pair of 20/20 vision sunglasses, and they'll go back in the box then. The only thing that was wrong with these, they didn't foresee the uncertain times we're currently living in, but they've been very helpful looking at future. But what we do have, we have a mask for future use. So hopefully you don't use it very often, but there they are for your travels.
Perfect.
When that returns. And there it goes.
Wonderful. I'm sure that it'll be well used. There's some maps in here. There's a flashlight. There's even a bear from Diane, I'm sure. It's an interesting box, and I'll treasure it for another 364 days. And then Aaron, guess what? It's all yours. I think that's it, isn't it?
I believe it's back over to me if you guys are all done and completed and wrapped up. And I believe Tony Sheard has taken the social distancing outside of a hospital to completely new levels. I'd social distance from you too, David, by the way. Are we going to get to see your shoes, by the way? Can you possibly do an inversion here and just lift that shoe up? It's we saw it earlier, and I thought we'd be remiss if we didn't ask you to see your shoes.
Well, I'm going to try, and actually what I'll do is I'll try to do a lower shot so you see me backing up, nice tie, nice shorts, and then, boom! No, that's not going to work.
No, it did.
And Susan's got a pair too.
Oh, gosh.
Time to have some fun.
Well done, guys. Good fun. And I do love all the glitches, like Tony and David. When David said I do, I didn't know you guys were getting married as opposed to I will. It just makes for a fun meeting, and as I've been told over and over again, you need to embrace the glitches and smile at them and keep moving forward. So guys, absolutely fantastic. Well done, well deserved, great changeover. Now, I did mention that I have some very interesting and pertinent letters, or just one rather, that I thought that I would take the time to read. And it is from John Eberhard, who does like to is wonderful with his words. When he speaks, we listen. And well done, Mr. Eberhard. And I'm going to read his following words that I thought were very, very relevant. They are brief, so don't worry, everyone. So from past Rotary International Director John Eberhard, fellow Rotarians, on this special and historic day, I send my regrets for not being able to witness the elevation of our past president to high office and the inauguration of our new president. Fran and I are in the semi-wilderness with no internet access. I'm assuming they're in Temagami. However, we do want to send our congratulations and best wishes to District Governor David and President Diane. That sounds quite good, doesn't it, guys? For your year ahead will abound in opportunities to advance the business of Rotary together. David is the 6th member of the Rotary Club of London to lead the district as governor. I did not know that. He has a deep and abiding love of Rotary and has the skills to be the leader among leaders. The same spirit of excellence and talents practice in all he does in his other life is employed in the organization of his Rotary life, serving, teaching, and fundraising as well as fundraising. We are a worldwide network of inspired individuals who translate our passions into relevant social causes to open doors of opportunity to change lives in communities. David, I know you will live the theme given to you by our president and inspire all of us to follow your lead. David, I hope all of you will enjoy the pleasure and reward that you get from your Rotary involvement as our governor for 2020-2020. I wish you good luck and much satisfaction in leading our district. To Diane. Diane, you are the 105th president of this venerable club. Quite a history, 105 years, wonderful. You bring the expertise of being a past president of another club, kudos, and having grown in the shadow of another great Rotarian, your dad, Don Prowse, a former member of this club, our London club, charter president of the Rotary Club of Grand Bend, and past district governor. And also your brother-in-law, who's speaking right now, and your father-in-law, Peter Twinstra, a former member of the Rotary Club of London, and also today an active member of the Grand Bend Club. Quite a family history, well done. As we all know, volunteerism is not about we or I, but rather what you can do for someone else. Rotary has survived all of these years because of the strength of leadership found in individuals. You exemplify that enthusiastic passion for service and camaraderie. You too have the spirit of Rotary. We all know how busy people have to balance their competing priorities in the workplace and in our home and community life. Our incoming international president has invited us to be innovative and courageous, as well as bring change to an organization that will benefit from the balance and delegation skills that you will bring to the presidency. As Mahatma Gandhi said, you must be the change you wish to see in the world. I believe we in Rotary to change, I believe we are in Rotary to change the world. We do it in the club, we bring change in the district, for why else would we be Rotarians? Our club, our district, indeed the entire Rotary world craves dynamic leadership that unites Rotarians. We will look to David and Diane to set the tone, activate the international theme, and support with the spouses of Susan and Steve. Have a successful year of Rotary as we move towards club-sponsored district conference in 2021. I have confidence in both of you to make it an outstanding Rotary year in the club and in the district. You are both starting a marvelous journey, the memories from which will last a lifetime. Have fun, enjoy your year. With warm wishes, John and Fran Eberhard. John, well done. As always, has a great choice of words, and I thought they were very relevant and very, very brief. So well done. So continuing with our meeting, we would normally bring up the Sergeant at Arms. We would have happy bucks. We would have happy folding bucks. It is difficult. Perhaps as the technology goes forward, we will innovate and find a way to do that. I know we will. I know we have tried that. But I would like to open up the floor to any Rotary announcements. Is there anyone that would like to make an announcement or have any news on behalf of Rotary at this time? Now there will be a bit of a delay. Don Bork is seeing if there is anyone, and I will look to Don for my cue.
I know I could get my sergeant hat on. I could actually do this, Sean. You've missed us doing Sergeant at Arms. Probably people would be financially relieved today I'm not doing Sergeant at Arms. But I did want to remind everyone that we have the golf tournament coming up. It is a go. We've had some auction items trickling in. I will be making calls to those of you who sponsored in the past because I haven't heard from you yet. So you can either be in touch with me or let me call you. So please try to get a group together as best you can, whether it's one person or two or a full foursome. This is going to be an important fundraiser for us to pick up on our year to keep our financial commitments rolling. So just an FYI, and I will see that it's continually sent out to you so you've got the links to register. It's pretty simple. Thank you.
Well done, Heather. Thank you for that. So here's the first meeting that I've ever headed up, and we are 1 minute past 1 p.m. So not bad for time planning. Yes, quite good. So I'm going to get everyone back to what they were doing right on time, plus or minus 1 minute. So not too bad at all. Well, I would.
Thanks, Sean.
Thanks, David. Appreciate that. I would like to thank everyone who was involved in this meeting and the number of people we had coming and joining us from the different clubs and friends and family. Congratulations to David, to Diane, to everyone else that was involved in this wonderful meeting. And yes, David, as you said, change is unprecedented. Embrace it and embrace it going forward. And we look forward to seeing everyone at our next Rotary meeting next Monday at noon. In the meantime, remember to stay safe and healthy and really keep your physical distancing or social distancing as best you can, because I don't think we're through the woods yet, and we won't be until we have a vaccine. So there are some good challenges ahead. But remember, Rotary opens opportunities. So on behalf of everyone here attending this meeting, I would like to thank you. And I look forward to seeing everybody in person. And I announce that this meeting is now adjourned.
Thank you, Sean, so much. You were awesome.
Thanks, Sean.
Thanks, guys.
Amazing.
Thanks, everybody, for being on board.
Thank you, Don.
Good job, Don.
Thank you, everybody, for all your hard work getting this together.